For nearly 80 years, it was a ghost, a memory of a formidable naval power, silenced by the terms of its own surrender. The post-war Japanese Navy was designed for one purpose: self-defense. The aircraft carrier, the very tool of power projection that had shaken the Pacific, was constitutionally forbidden. Today, that era is over. The landing of an F-35B fighter on the flat deck of the helicopter destroyer Izumo is not just a historic photograph. It is a seismic signal for the Pacific's balance of power. Japan once again has aircraft carriers. This is the story of how they did it, and more importantly, why they were forced to. The strategic environment is not peaceful. To the west, China's naval ambitions are growing at a staggering rate. Its new Type 003 carrier, equipped with electromagnetic catapults, represents a technological leap forward, threatening to outclass any ship in the region save for America's. Simultaneously, North Korea continues to defy the world with ballistic missile tests, some flying directly over Japanese territory. The Taiwan Strait remains a global flashpoint. For Tokyo, the reality is stark. A purely passive defense is no longer enough. Its southern islands, like the Senkakus, are actively contested. The supply chains that fuel its economy depend on open seas. And its primary ally, the United States, has been urging its partners for years to take on a greater share of the regional security burden. Japan's solution was not to build a carrier from scratch. It was to play a long, intelligent game. When the Izumo-class ships, the Izumo and the Kaga, were first launched, they were officially designated multi-purpose destroyers. With a massive flat top and a displacement of over 26,000 tons, they were carriers in everything but name. Many analysts suspected then what we know now. They were designed from day one with a single purpose in mind: future conversion. Now, that conversion is nearly complete. The transformation is complex. The flight deck has been coated with a special heat-resistant non-skid layer, capable of withstanding the extreme temperatures of the F-35B's engine during a vertical landing. The aircraft elevators, originally designed for helicopters, have been completely replaced with new, larger and stronger hydraulic systems, rated to lift the 66,000 pounds of a fully loaded F-35. And this is the key. The F-35B is the reason this conversion is possible. It is the world's only fifth-generation stealth fighter with short takeoff and vertical landing, or STOVL, capability. This means Japan did not need to spend tens of billions on a new supercarrier with catapults. It can operate these stealth jets from the modified decks of its existing ships. And Japan isn't just buying a few. With a total order of 147 F-35 aircraft, Tokyo will command the second-largest fleet of this jet in the world, second only to the United States. The variants they are receiving, the Advanced Block 4, are engineered for the sea, with enhanced corrosion resistance and the ability to carry the Norwegian-built Joint Strike Missile, a stealth anti-ship cruise missile. This new capability has already been factored into American planning. The U.S. Navy refers to the Izumo and F-35B pairing as an Alliance Lightning carrier. In joint exercises, U.S. Marine F-35Bs have already operated from the Izumo's deck, proving the concept. At RIMPAC 2024, the true potential was revealed. The Izumo and the USS Abraham Lincoln linked their tactical data networks. An American E-2D Hawkeye detected a target and fed the data directly to a Japanese F-35B, which then launched a JSM against the simulated target from 81 nautical miles away. This is seamless interoperability. Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force now outlines a 1+2+2+1 strike group formation. This includes one Izumo carrier, two Maya-class Aegis destroyers for long-range air defense, two Akatsuki-class destroyers for anti-submarine warfare, and one Soryu-class submarine. This group can simultaneously counter dozens of hostile aircraft, missiles, and submarines within a 500-kilometer battle space, easing the burden on America's 7th Fleet. This success story raises a critical question. If Japan can do this, Why not South Korea? Seoul has a world-class shipbuilding industry, operates flat-deck warships, and has access to the very same F-35B. Yet, its ambitious CVX carrier program was abruptly cancelled. The answer lies in two diverging paths: foresight and finance. Japan's naval budget saw steady, stable growth from 16.8% in 2013 to nearly 20% by 2025. South Korea's naval budget peaked in 2021 and then declined. But the fatal flaw was in the original designs. Japan's Izumo was built for this. At 814 feet, its deck is 161 feet longer than South Korea's Dokdo. Its elevators are rated for 66,000 pounds. The Dokdos are rated for only 44,000, physically incapable of handling the fighter jet. For South Korea, modification was impossible. The only option was to build a brand new carrier from scratch. The cost for that ship, its 20 F-35C fighters, and its escort fleet soared to an estimated $20 billion, a price tag equal to South Korea's entire naval procurement budget for 3 years. The political and financial will collapsed. The project was suspended. But Japan's new force is not without hard limits. A light carrier is not a supercarrier. Its magazine space, fuel storage, and at-sea resupply capabilities are far more restricted. In a prolonged, high-intensity conflict, it is unclear if the Izumo and Kaga can maintain the sortie tempo. That theory suggests there is also the existential risk: survival. Japan lies directly within range of Chinese and North Korean ballistic and cruise missiles. In any war, these two carriers would be the priority targets. And finally, there is the human factor. Getting the jet on the deck is only half the battle. The other half is training the pilots, the deck crews, and the technicians to operate seamlessly at sea in all conditions. These are skills built only through years of relentless experience, skills Japan has not practiced since World War II. The pairing of the Izumo and the F-35B has brought Tokyo back into the carrier club after an 80-year absence. This is not the end, it is the beginning. Experts already predict Japan will build larger carriers next, platforms of 40 to 60,000 tons. If that happens, Japan will no longer be just an extended arm of the United States. It will be a great naval power in its own right. But this new power carries a paradox. With long-range strike capabilities, Tokyo will find it difficult, perhaps impossible, to stand aside in a regional crisis. The real question is this: is Japanese society, long defined as a peaceful nation, truly ready for the pressure and the challenge of this new role?